Mayor John Tory says the city is reevaluating its ActiveTO program after traffic data showed that it is having an adverse impact on congestion.
Yeah, depending on where you are, the roads can be pretty congested. CB24's Steve Ryan is live now with more on what the mayor is telling us earlier on CB24 Breakfast. Steve.
Yeah, Nick. So anybody who was around at all with regards to when the pandemic started back in 2020, well, remember very clearly all of the restrictions that were put into place, especially those regarding keeping your distance from other people. So back in 2020, the city came up with this idea, ActiveTO, whereby they would close particular roads. One of them in particular was Lakeshore Boulevard West here between Windermere and Stadium Road on the weekends. And that would allow for people, for families to get out onto the road free of traffic and exercise, whether they're walking, riding a bike, running, whatever they chose to do. That clogged up the road, and at the time it was acceptable because people had a place to go, to escape to do exercise, and there weren't many cars on the road. Well, now that we're getting back into, I would say, the old normal as opposed to a new normal, cars are all over the roads again, and people use their weekends to travel. I spoke with many drivers throughout, I would say, the last couple of years when ActiveTO was in place, and nothing upsets them more than being on the highway, bumper-to-bumper traffic on the weekend, looking over and seeing that the lakeshore is absolutely wide open, with the exception of a few people out here practicing or exercising and doing what they need to do to stay in shape. That may be coming to an end because it sounds like the city is hearing the complaints of the drivers. And as you mentioned, Nick, the mayor and city council are reevaluating and reconsidering the whole ActiveTO concept. Here's more from the mayor, who spoke with CP24 earlier on this morning. Let's listen to what he said.
When we did it during the pandemic, it was for a different reason, which was that people couldn't go many other places. They needed a place to go outdoors safely and have lots of space. But we like the idea that some of our streets and public realm facilities could be used by people on an ongoing basis. And so we've continued with the program, but very much in a way to sort of examine the results. And so I have the traffic data. There is no question that it had a bigger adverse impact on traffic over that time.
So I think the news there, Nick and Jen, is that the city is weighing all their options. They are trying to balance the activities of those that need the opportunity to do exercise, plus allowing for the roads to be clear so the commuters on their weekends can get from A to B without waiting in traffic for hours and hours. Send it back to you guys.
CP24 Steve Ryan live for us on the Lakeshore. Thank you, Steve.